Hey everyone, it's Gail. I am here live today from my beach hut, actually, a different place than normal. You might be able to hear the waves crashing in the background, but I'm here to talk about the start of Infant Mental Health Awareness Week, which Blossom and Berry are very, very proud to be supporting, because infant mental health is the absolute core foundation of what we teach when we teach love, and we teach nurturing touch, and we teach massage and yoga. And so when I talk about what I do in terms of being a baby massage teacher, I actually don't talk about necessarily the way that I show up for my clients, which could be for you guys serving your mums and babies and providing safe spaces for them to connect and to share their voices and to connect with their babies. I actually talk about what I do when I teach infant massage as helping to heal or prevent the current mental health epidemic that we have across the world right now. So there are so many people suffering from poor mental health, and this manifests itself in many different ways. Some are visible, some are invisible, and many of the behaviours that we have in our lives that we don't want and feel that limit us or keep us in fear come from our mental health. And so I believe that mental health is as important as physical health, if not more important, because everything starts with what we believe. So my work as a baby massage teacher, trainer, and as a baby massage teacher, because I still teach, really comes from my desire to help to try to heal or change the mental health epidemic that we're all suffering from today. Because what I know from the research that I have done and the many hours of studies and all the courses that I've taken over the last 18 years is that everything starts at the beginning with the first 1001 days of life. And for many people, they're not aware of this, that actually the first 1001 days of life start from conception to 2. We talk a lot about from 0 to 3, that's quite well known, or even 0 to 5 framework, but the 1001 days is not known about as much. Now, a few years ago, there was a political campaign behind this. It still is in existence, and I would encourage you to check out, and I'll put into this resource, a website that really supports the first 1001 critical days, because this is the greatest window of opportunity. This is when babies' brains are developing at the fastest rate. This is where all the early experiences that babies have really, really wire their brain for either self-love, for acceptance, for belonging, self-worth, or for fear, anxiety, stress, and also like inconsistency. So one of the things that we teach alongside baby massage is the importance of responsive care, and what babies need to know at the beginning of their life that is that somebody loves them, and they're going to love them this time, and this time, and they need that consistency to build up their trust, to allow them to relax. And again, what we know about babies is that when they relax, their nervous system goes into the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes what we call rest and digest. So that's good sleeping patterns and good digestion, which is absolutely essential for babies' physical development. So the physical development of babies comes from their mental state of mind, which is connected with how they feel they are cared for, which is why, as parents, being present, being connected, being responsive, eye contact, talking to your baby, touching your baby, just literally skin to skin communicates love on a level that babies completely understand and get. And we also understand and get that as well. We know what it feels like when we feel out of control, overwhelmed, fragmented, when we have difficult emotions that we're trying to process. When somebody comes and just simply places a hand on us or holds us, or if we hold ourselves, we literally draw our energy back into our body, and we calm and soothe the body. It doesn't matter whether we are 1 month old or if we're 100. The body knows, and when we connect with the body and we use touch to really help the nervous system to reset from rest and from fight or flight, which is the sympathetic stress response, to rest and digest, which is the parasympathetic response, We're putting baby in the optimum conditions to receive, to grow to their full potential. And that's what I'm all about, nurturing humans to reach their full potential by working in the first 1001 days of life. The tool that I choose to use is baby massage and baby yoga and lots of other parenting classes that support parents' mental health, because parental mental health and infant mental health are completely linked. You cannot do one without the other. So that's where our mantra, love creates love, comes from, because if we want parents to be able to love and support their babies, they need to feel loved and supported themselves. So that's why our classes really take this approach of seeing maternal or paternal, parental mental health and infant mental health as being hand in hand. And when we work together, we create a strong framework for sustainable practices that support parental and infant mental health. And this is how we embody like a lot of the research and the knowledge. So we know a lot about attachment theory, we know a lot about the importance of bonding. If you want to check out the research, I would absolutely recommend that you go to the Harvard Institute of the Developing Child, because on there is some incredible resources about infant mental health. And the Harvard Institute developed a concept called serve and return, which is embedded into the practice of baby massage, which is that when babies communicate to us, either subtly through their body language, through their gestures, or their early communication sounds, when we as adults acknowledge that communication and see that that baby is reaching out and that they're maybe communicating a need, when we respond back, we set up a conversation, a two-way exchange, which helps to build babies' brains. Babies' brains need this interaction to create this wiring, particularly around social and emotional and mental health. So this is why it's so important to spend time with your baby. You don't need to have like expensive toys, expensive gadgets. Your whole body, your face, everything is wired to communicate love and to promote interaction with your baby. And this is so very important, and why a daily practice of something like infant massage just gives you that beautiful space where you can connect and your baby can experience the 5 key things that help to create a bond. And that's touch, that's the sound of your voice, that's exchange of smells, that's eye contact, and also it is oxytocin, which is produced when you massage your baby as well. So that's why we talk about baby massage being love in action. We are taking all of the science and the research, everything that we know about attachment theory, bonding and connection, everything we know about where good mental health starts, and we embed it in this beautiful daily practice, which is both nourishing and nurturing for parents and babies. So for me, that's how you embody what it is you want to see in the world. So what I want to see in the world is better mental health for everybody. I want to see less loneliness and less isolation. I want to see deep connection. I want to see higher self-worth and people loving themselves more. And I want to see children reaching their full potential as adults. And all of that comes from the work that we do through baby massage. So it is so powerful what we do. This is why I've been doing it for 18 years. This is why I do it in Malawi as part of my charitable project, because regardless of race, of culture, of language, of gender, everybody can connect through the medium of touch, and everyone can express love through presence and acceptance and belonging. And you know, this is what I believe the world needs right now, is just more loving touch, more responsive care, more nurturing, more heart and less head really at the moment, more love and less fear. And that's how we do what we do, and we do it at the beginning, as I said, to prevent the problems we might have at the end. So what I try to do with my classes is, you know, just to really encourage my parents to be fully there to support and nurture parents. As I said, everything starts with you, and as parents are babies' first teachers, it's absolutely vital that they feel loved and supported and nurtured. Otherwise they can't do this such important work, and they can't lead with love. So that's why we are so committed to infant mental health, and over the next week we're going to be sharing more and more resources about infant mental health, why it matters, why it's everybody's business. A lot of people say, what is infant mental health? Like, babies don't have mental health problems. Like, everything that is at the beginning of the story turns up at the end. This is why the beginning is so powerful, and why you can literally change the world by what you're doing in the first 1001 days of life. That's why we talk about 1001 days to save the world, because if we all work in this beautiful window of critical brain development, critical physical development, critical emotional, social and mental development, we can get a different outcome. You know, it's so relevant right now, looking at stuff around racism and just general fear and anxiety and disconnection in the world. You know, if we all had a better level of self-love, which comes from the way that we are loved and nurtured as children, then, you know, this is how we really love the world forward. So there's so much here that I could delve into, but today's video is just an overview really of how baby massage links to infant mental health. I'm going to share with you the resource that I think would be great for everyone to check out, which is all around the first 1001 days. We have our own resources that are coming out too, and in May 2001 we're doing our own event, which is called Nurturing the Future, 1001 Days to Save the World, which is across all areas of parental and baby wellness, about how we can really come together as a collective and make a difference around this subject. So I hope you've enjoyed just getting this overview today. Please follow us on Insta, because we're going to be sharing loads, and we're going to be on stories this week, loads of resources around books, everything that you need to know to create the most loving start for your baby, because the greatest gift you can give your baby is love. 100%. There's nothing higher, there's nothing finer, and it's a gift that they'll carry with them for life. So let's make it all about the love right now, and follow me over on stories for the rest of the week, and on Instagram to get some more posts to share and inspire you. Okay,